ngivumele kubize ngocoach.
Okay, no problem. Wasiyabona indaba yemsebenzi irafu kunzima ukuthola umsebenzi. Mina ke luckily esikoleni angiyanga because imali yayingekho vele.
I've bought so many mentorship programs. Ngeke ngisabe ukusho ukuthi awuba 40,000 ngiluzile nje ngilo ngithenga ama robot angasebenzi.
How the thing looks like. Yabo. So because I've already answered the when to look for it, what are you looking for, how it looks like. So you know exactly. So it's depend on what you're thinking. Yabo. Because even if you funa utshwala ukubiza kukhona ibhodlela la 100,000, awazi kudawana ubheke blog because it's mean of 180. Yabo. Taka ngokufa, angithi 180 is mean of. Pussy black. Okay, so now if you go to your charts, but I'm really not happy with this actually. So, but I'm gonna try. I'm not happy with my projection. So on your chart, you go there. Ufaka low line. Low lining so ngenzela focus. Because if you just gonna look at the charts like this, I was focus. So ufaka low line lo. Now la phezulu. If we are with screen circle, now lapha ucibisholo lo bheke phansi. Vertical line. Okay? Uyaclick kuona. Uyawubeka nje noma ikuphi at first. And then u double clicker uzokwazi ukuthi uvuvelele izinto ezila phezulu. Na idot encane la nansi idot encane la phansi. And then you can simply move this. Yabo? You move it to 3 njoba ngishiya. And then lo nomunye now futhi you move it to 2. Okay, akubonakala sabonakala because la iprice lapha ngisaba ukuvela wamnyama wonke into. If la ndlela iyaconfuse, you right click on that line, you go to details. And then mufika la you go to parameters. Angithi yabona la 2025 01 23 12 45. So like gcineni you adjust that to time. La ufuna uhlale khona uline wakho 1400. 1400 and then that's it. Yabo? So this will give you time, which I'm using H1, which means what? Those are 4 candlesticks that you are looking at. You are looking at 4 candlesticks. So, since you are looking within that time frame, what did I say there? You remind yourself of that. Okay, so for this example, in an obvious thing, you don't have to think hard about this. You just look at the simplicity. From 1 to 2, what did the price do? It went down. Yeah, clear. It went down. And then after that, what did it do? It just continued to go upside. Yeah, so every time the market is going to buy, it's gonna do that. It will go down between 1 and 2, and then after that, it's gonna resume with the buy. Every time. So there's a buy there. You just click on buy. Maybe it's something like this. Now buy. There's a sell button on the left. There's a buy button. So if you just want to take a trade, you most of the 1 to 2. After 3, 3:15, 3:20, 3:30, you buy. Right now, do this simple practice. These are practicals. You do this for the whole of next week. If you have more questions, you write them down. You jot them. You take that instruction. So you take that instruction. But the one thing, as when you tell it's doing it practically. You continue every day, Monday to Friday. You set your alarm phone in yako. To keep it simple. 3. Mark shout 3, and then you're like, okay. Suela go 1, suela go 2, go 3, yenzenjani. So you set your alarm from time where you want to make a decision. You know what to go 2, and then some uhlale over and analyze the market. And now it's a challenge. if uzohlala kakhulu kwi-markets, because you just get there and you're like, oh, do you book markets? Look, I think it's gonna do this, and you end up doubting yourself and talking to yourself. And even you're just not gonna look at the markets. It's mias. Sometimes when I just stay in the whole day, totally when they're working on something, they're pushing whatever they're pushing. Ngiphuma ngoba sengizo-execute. Ngingene fast. Ngithule futhi ngabakhulu miss. Ngibuka i-chart, ngifaka ama-trade ngivale. Bese ngithi hayi sengifaka shaw 50,000. Phume futhi ngohlala endlini. Yabo. Why? Because umqondo wami uclear. Ngiyazi ukuthi if ngizohlala nabo most of the time, ngizolokhu ngicabanga izinto eziningi sikhuluma ngokunye, so I'm losing focus in the transition. So ukuze ngikwazi ukuthi ngi-maintain focus, I will have to not talk about trading for the day, not do other things. Because when I go to the market, I know exactly what to do. Very important. So this is one practical what you have to look for. And another thing, this is BTC USD. This is Bitcoin. Yeah, I've heard this question multiple times. Does 714MTHOD work on Bitcoin? Yes, it does. If you think it does not work on something, go test it out on that instrument you think it doesn't work from. Even oil, you can trade oil. You can trade a lot of things. But I prefer that you trade these random things because they pay you a lot and they are able to keep you focused. I think this is today. Oh, yeah. So right now it's 13:42. We are going to. Okay, just want to look for another day. Another dollar. Okay, so here's another day. We had a beautiful sell. So we want to know when did that sell happen. Okay, that's another thing as Oxiza food. You just focus on the obvious things. So on this day, we had a slight drop. Okay. On this day, we had the market that was selling from here down to there. So eventually, the idea is it's gonna buy. That's what we want to see. But unfortunately, checking on this particular day, what did the market do? The market just reversed and it went down. You see? So this is what happens on immediate, I call them immediate reversals or continuations if the markets just continue to drop. It's gonna do this, but the advantage is it's gonna come back to retest on the opening price of that candlestick, of which it didn't as well, but it gave the idea. Okay? It did not, but it gave the idea. So from here, we had a slight drop back to attempt to retest the opening price, and then it continues. Same similar trade, this is Bitcoin. Same similar trade made me to lose. I don't know what it's, I think last week, where I lost about 58,000. It was the same thing, because I was like, okay, it did this and then it's gonna, but it was bullish. Yeah, well, I thought it was gonna go down. It came back, retested on the opening price, and then it spiked up. Yeah, well. So such things, they will happen. But the most important part is when you're making losses, can you break it down? Can you learn something on that? Unlike, hey, I don't know what happened. Hey, it was supposed to retest. It was no, but it is, it's like, oh, okay, it was a continuation. Then you are able to accept yourself with, oh, I'm not a failure. I simply misunderstood. Yeah, but rather than judging yourself. Because if they're making losses, hey, my fellow abazali, hey, umawashona, hey, angihlawuliwe. This has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do. It's simply technical. Yeah, but it's simply technical. And you look at the same thing every day. Yeah, but don't judge yourself. Don't judge yourself. But with sufficient practice, I believe, Guti, you will be able to actually break it down to the simplest form. Let's look at Nasdaq. This is yesterday's price action for the beautiful sell. Okay, it was not here. So we want to see, why did it sell? Because it sold after what happened earlier. That's another way of learning. And you just go to the trend, you look at your chart. Where was the biggest sell? You go to maybe H4, you look at your biggest sell, and then you go down to M4. You shade all that time frame. Shade, are you using something like this? Say this is all H4. You just highlight it like this. And then you go to a lower time frame. You look with each and every push. Before it pushed up, what happens inside? Before it pushed up, that's where you're going to get evidence. And then you become specialist. You start, if you say, I'm going to study a bullish market, you do the bullish markets maybe the whole week. You just back testing and checking with what happens prior to the market going upwards. That's where you'll get more evidence. Because this is only through repetition that you'll gain to trust it. Not me. Don't take Masha's word for it. You need to trust what is happening in the charts. You need to gain confidence on that. And seeing it happen multiple times every day. So this is what you do. At night, you back test, as it is a week, Saturday today. Maybe at night, you take your time, maybe 1 or 2 hours, you back test. During the week, you want to see it happen. So you go there, you apply what you understand. If you are wrong or right, the market will correct you. Don't phone me and say, hey, Masha, what will happen? No, you need to see it happen. Yeah, well, I'm phone him. It's imagine once I mean. Yeah, well. So, very much important. Very much important. So, over here, we had a market, even though it being clear, I'm saying, Israel didn't trade. So, we had a market that was bullish here, and after, it went a bit down. Yeah, well. For the scalper, yeah, we could have celebrated. For the scalper, we could have celebrated. But then after, it went up furthermore. And then later it continued to drop, yeah, well, which is not what we look for. So yesterday could have been a win, could have been a loss, could have been a break even. But some they did make money because they Batlers Bank Channel. I've made this much. I'm like, no, don't tell me. If you've made money, I'm happy. That's what I wanted you to do in the first place. Yeah, only of lecture like they're trying to prove you wrong. I've made money. Yeah, that's what I wanted you to do. I'm happy because those are the results I wanted you to have. So it assists you. It assists you. Okay, let's do another one. This was the morning, 1400s. 14. There's our 1400s. There's 15. This is 1545. Okay, so over here, the market was just consolidating, but from the opening price, it just went down. Consolidating. And then after, I think after 3:30, you see we had a slight drop, and then the market starting to push up. You remember the extension I spoke of there? Say sometimes it's just going to overlap. So what does that mean? If you don't understand, if you don't think it will do what you just wait a bit more. There's no need to rush. If it's not clear as you want it to be, don't force a trade. Yeah, but don't say, no, just because eventually I'm just going to go in, we'll see what happens. No, that is gambling. And what is the point? I don't want you to lose a lot of money unnecessarily, because if you're going to continue making unnecessary mistakes, you will lose money, and then over time, you're like, I thought this was it for me. Yeah, but, and then you see other people saying, hey, who are listening, saying, I'm killing it, it's working for me. And then it's like, I bought those people, I paid them. That's what they say sometimes. I don't pay anyone, I just drink the money. So, over here again, we had an extension. We had the market that was consolidating, later dropped, and then it rise. So this is what also happens at times. If the market is consolidating, remember this, and I don't want to talk a lot till you forget where I started. But whenever the market is consolidating, consolidation is whereby the market is just twerking. It's moving sideways. It's not going up, it's not going down, but it's just holding that range. And then afterwards, you are to look at the first direction. If it's going to consolidate, break up, it's going to drop. But if it's going to consolidate, break down, it's going to go up. Don't take my word for it. Do the homework. Same thing happened here, and also this happens in line with that extension, time extension. So it's more like the time will delay, but the movement is correct. Because you see that sometimes you're like, hey, I'm not sure. And then later when you revisit the trade, it did the same thing you wanted to see, and like, I should have taken the trade. So you're gonna miss some trades. That is part of trading. But every profit you see, close it. Okay, I think here we have one example of a retested market. Yeah, this was the trade that killed me. So this was the day whereby I'm admitting to my failures. I do lose. No, I'm the creator, but I lose. But I make more than I lose. So over here, we had an observation. The market was obviously bullish, as you can see, from here to there. And then afterwards, we expect so we had a market here. This is what I expected on this particular day. Like I wanted to see this market open here, then continues to drop. So such things, they do happen, whereby the market is just like, but this also goes in line with looking at the long-term trend, which it's going up. We're still gonna do that, especially with mentorship and all that. So you see like, okay, right now it's constantly going up. But right now, I just wanna show you something that is practical. I'm expecting you to do mistakes. I am expecting you not to understand this on the first go, but constantly you'll get through it. But don't force yourself to understand. Loko ngakuzwanga on this session, loko ngakuzwanga khohlwa ikhona. Focus on what you heard and go and practice that information. So over here, again, was supposed to come back and retest here. It just did a bounce there on top and then continue to go up. So you are going to have such trades in the future. But to minimize your losses, you can either use a stop loss or you just call it shorts. Ngalokhu ushouta la uphuma endlini uyambemeza uhamba uthuka inhlamba valley trade simple. Phela abantu abareact okungafani. Umuntu uyabona ukuyi-loss. Baba usa right. Hayi ngiyeka man. Yabo. Valley trade ushawa umoya ubona it didn't go. Why? Because sometimes when we trade, the minute you execute, you are expecting the market to react in your favorable direction right there. But if it delays, maybe you see like going down 30 pips, 50 pips, I just say, okay, I've had enough, you are Pumaglo trade. You can still win tomorrow. Yeah, you can still win. So we have these robots. I'm not a fan of robots, but now they pushed me into it. So I was like, okay, let's give it a try. So I have one of the friends who's doing coding. So he approached me into saying he wanna do a robot, 714MTHOD robot, and see how it's gonna be working out. Okay? Then I was like, all right, let's try it up. Okay, before you go to the robot, see here. We had another thing here. The market was like mini candlestick. Afterwards went up and then it's dropped. So this is the only thing. But you need to go and collect this evidence, of which is what's going to assist you. So now this guy, he's doing the coding of the 714MTHOD to see if it can actually work and to see if it can actually make sense. Then I was like, all right, it's okay, do it. So we're testing the robots. The first test, we had the robots running long term with no stop loss, with only 50 pips target, no stop loss. And then we were able to accumulate much profits, like the account was able to be tripled within 8 months. So that's from January to August. So we already had like tripled the account, the robot itself. No execution, no nothing. And then we did the second test whereby we put a stop loss now of 30 pips and the target of 50 pips. That's more like 500 points. So that's more like every trade that you open, if you're gonna use 0.10, it will take $100 profit and you will lose like $30 and stuff. That's how it was. So over a period of time, it was making profits with that implementation, but in terms of the profitability, it wasn't as much. Yeah, well, it was winning consistently, but here and there, stop loss hits and all those trades. I think that test, we just had it running on its own, nothing, no implementation. And then it was setting its target of 30 pips, shorter target, no stop loss. Also there, it was able to like make money over time. So for myself right now, the understanding that I have is that it could be useful for long-term investments. Say you just want to have in a fixed account, you link it there and then you just let it run. Okay, I think that how it can be used. But I'm not much of those people. I believe in actual trading because now the reason why we're doing forex trading right now, it's we want easy money. That's number one. We want fast money. But my question is, how faster, how simpler should it be? Because at the end of the day, you need to do something, you need to move something in order for you to make money. So it just, like, it gives me a challenge. Because I think that's where the fun of trading is not there anymore. You see? So, but we'll see how this one works out, basically on my thorough understanding and implementation, if it actually makes sense. That is just what I want to see. But for now, guys, rely on this. You can make a lot of money with this. You can make a lot of money. Yeah, bo? So, yeah, I think we have come to the end of our session. Oh, okay. So, okay, if it's fine, because we wanted to give them out. Actually, you have to join mentorship and then you get the book. It's not like you just get the book alone. Payment method.
Down cash or?
I don't take cash. Use the bank. Okay, so.
But is it just a down
Yeah.
full amount?
Now, you have an option there. If you have the full amount, you can pay. Also, if you want to like pay in proportion on a budget, you can do that as well. Maybe you make like 3,000 deposits and then we work. So that's a better option because when you want to then eventually you learn. No, we need to build a relationship. Next time, I believe in meeting people. So I believe in that relation. I don't want to make nigga mali. I was no mission plus me and bond no we fire. It's okay. So we fire with like all right. Send the proof of anxious in my fire what was peluk born. Yeah, so yeah, I think that'll be it. So we mentorship, just do that. We are also to cocaine premium, but most importantly is undertaking our lessons. Yes. Now ukhona la kulokhu njani. Mhlambe ungaba brief ukuthi ama sessions ami ngiwenza kanjani. Yabo, ukuze bebone ukuthi because sometimes kuye kube ngcono umuntu eze ngomuntu okhona. Ngoba mina bangikhuluma ukuthi hayi sales speech and khali sales speech la. So mhlambe bengathanda ukuthi ushare the experience yakho. How long have you been in mentorship? 2 years. How soon imali ngaka phela? How? Oh. Yeah, bengathanda nje mhlawumbe kakhuluma uhleli lapho nomuze ngala usiphi because nami phela mina ngazi ngibukisa ithi lami ngokuthi hayi ngiyafundisa ngiyashaya le nto yabo because you hear this person hayi mina ngishayile imali nalo bese luzile futhi umuntu uthi nya Sasho uthi phethe ngishayekile lapha nalapha. Yabo. Yes. So how's your experience with mentorship? Asizwe.
Sanibona.
Yebo.
Mina ngusiphamandla wasangweni. Ohlala eNtuzuma khona la eThekwini. Ngidibane nale ndoda. Ngicabanga ukuthi ngonyaka odlule kwango-April February ngimbona kwi-TikTok ekhuluma nje isiZulu because vele alokho ngiba-check abanye kwezinye indlela bekhuluma isilungu usho isilungu ke sinenkinga ke bafweni. Ngathi sengibona yena-ke ngazama ukuxhumana naye. Ngakwazi ukuya kwisemina yokuqala yakhe eThekwini.
Yeah, Blue Waters.
Yes, kwasho ukuthi ke ngangathola kahle ngaphinde futhi eyayisesitenga ngase ngiyakhona yona ngafike nga right khona. Umasha mina ngikholela abafethu ukuthi uyingilosi lo muntu osuswe ezulwini walethe emhlabeni ukuthi ezosiza thina indle emnyama. Lo 2 years nje mina sengathenga incwadi ngoba wayithe vele efunda incwadi almost noma 2 years. Imarket ngiyayifila angazi ngayichaza kanjani. Ngiyayifila namhlanje ngitheke umshana amadebhalo matric ngazi ngeke ngikwazi ukumchazela. Akayizelena sengizoqhubeka naye ngendlela kodwa nje bafethu ngoba nilana nje nibusisiwe ngoba esho ukuthi nizoba sharp nonke nizoba sharp bonke nami engazi ukuthi lento ekuthiwa ibani financial ba freedom.
Yeah.
Ngikuyona ke nami manje.
So how ayishithi ningakhulu.
Ngiyafika.
Yeah, bonga.
Ngiyamboza.
Yeah. Ayishithi ni. Yeah, so the reason why bengicela ngisakho sis mentorship mazam. No, not yet. Okay. So the reason why bengitsakhuluma it's because he's part of the mentorship group. So kuyekube ngcono mhlawumbe kwamanye ama-seminars if you're going to constantly attend because uku-attend ama-seminars even though you know what I teach but for there ukuthi uqhuqhuzele because i-motivation you need it as we go inspiration yabo because iy'nsuku ayifani kolunye usuku because kwanami nangu usisizamo weza ukuthi ngase ngikhansela ama-session because that was just a momentum like yabo because sometimes if it's not based on money. God, sometimes you just feel like, why do I have to do this? Yabo. Like, saying it right, why should I have to continue? Yabo. But now I have this thing means, no, just do it. Do it. Yabo. Ungam. But I'm saying it right. So I'm just doing it for the people. I'm doing it to give back. I'm doing it to inform. Which, no, guys, it's a good thing. Try it out. Do it. Continue. Yabo. Shatu sevenza. You can do it. Banning out on all fields, they're doing it and it's working for them. Especially umshaya weqeda umatric nje right. Abantu bafike bethatha ingane zabo boyifaka ema university, ingane ithi uqala nje first year sineskoleti sa100,000. Athi umuntu success leyo. Success yapi? Wena umzali ngala uyasebenza, kumele urentele lengane lapho uyithengele ukudla, uthenga ukudla kwala ekhaya, ufaka upetrol, ukhava izikweleti zakho ezipersonal, uphinde ukhava ekhaya futhi la usuka khona. I think it doesn't make sense to me. Yabo. Whereas unento okwazi ukuthi whatever minimum capital onayo, ungakwazi ukuthi ungene laphana ufake imali yakho uyipracticele uhlele ekhaya kahle. Yabo ubona nje manje umubuke endaweni bakukhamisile lapha. Theke lonke ligcwele. What for? Yabo. So I think we need to move away from that. I'm not saying education is bad, but funda usungenawo this financial pressure. Yabo. So ungafunda kuthiwa ufunda uziyofa. Ngisho usumdala usengabuyela ecollege uhambe uyofunda noma euniversity usuyazi usunemali yabo nje ngomshana masayimisele nje this year next year ngayifaka yena ayikhokhelele yonke into yakhe uright baningi khona umjida nje waseSwatini wangifonela wathenga incwadi ngisanda kuyikhipha wangena kwi-mentorship wafunda wathi nya yabo wathi mase kubuya ngomnye usuku esefone ethe ndoda ngiyabonga ungisize kakhulu mithi mina hawu kade unyamalele nje zishap yabo uthe mfethu yazi kade ngifocus kulento le cause manje angazi ekhaya kwashona uma wakhe so usisi wakhe bese varsity ufunda la eSouth Africa varsity benesikweleti esingaka bengakaza sikhave fellow nayo yabo nje inkinga ziningi uthi yabo nje kade ngiyamalele nje bengikhava lezo zinto mangenza imali ngifaka lapha mangenza imali ngifaka lapha uthi hayi manje mfethu sengi right Sengiyakubona mhla uze Swazini mama uthi siyobonana. Yabo. So there's so many good stories enza. Amanye ngeke ngakholwa nami. Ngithi mina hayi lo ngathi sese. But when you like dig deep yabona ukuthi this is really happening. Yabo. But into nje ayifuni ukuthi uzuzwe ngomuntu athi umuntu hayi mina I made it through masha. No, change your own story. Yabo. Because musu zomnye umuntu is like hayi umtshelile vele hayi bazana. Mina ngazi umuntu mina ngihlalele endlini. Hlale nabo bayazi. Hlala nabo. Ngihleli kusendlini mina ngiphuma. Yabo mina ngishaya imoto uma ukuthi kune meeting engiyakuyona. I go there, I come back. No ngithole nje ngihambe hayi ngishaya amarani ngibhorekile. Yabo. So I hardly know social media, it's the only way I meet a lot of people. And that's why even for me I don't beg anyone to like follow me. And if you come there you talk shit, I shit on you. Yabo. Cause there's nothing that says I should beg you to trust. Like, why should I beg you to change your own lives? I've made it. I've got it. So it's only the other end that's said. And we can all do it. You all have different stories. You all have different ambitions. And you can get it. I mean, I have no doubt. I'm doing this because I love it and I have nothing to lose. It's all patient. As I said, even if I keep quiet, like, just keep on, do this, go there, change people's lives. Because I really would say people are still losing money unnecessarily in the market. It annoys me with all these scammers. If you are here, you're leading more people to being scammed. So we are trying, and I call Bob Councillor by doing this. I'm just going to come and give I think there'll be more people. And what excites me is that more community leaders, they are evolving to this. Why? Because they see me. I don't have to TV here and there. But I believe what to respect that guy. Because I blend in so umuntu uhlonishwa ngemsebenzi yakhe akumele umuntu ayiphakamise yena cha abantu kumele bekukhulumela ukuthi hayibo yabo. So I'm really happy ukuthi most community leaders are adapting to this and they are willing ukuthi abantu babo bebe equipped, bebe informed. Yabo, even emasontweni I've spoken to some of the pastors and it's been you need to stop this thing of being arrogant and denying of information simply because earlier on kwafika abantu bathi fani imali, this is gonna help. So now you like everything else. Because if you say something you need money. If you need money, so you go there because you want to be there, you are happy. Not because you need money. I've prayed for money. Most of us would pray for money, and we've gotten it at a point where we didn't expect it. So once more for coming through. Those who need assistance with the registration, I think we're going to do it online. We can even do it tomorrow, so be the session with Telegram since you are all there. Abafike they'll do registration, lapanishama contact details, so we can do it online all together, and then we continue to work from there.